Welcome back to 9 on Your Side at 7. Old convictions are keeping more than 1 million Ohio residents from getting fresh starts. It's a story our WCPO digital team wanted to take a look at more in depth. So we want you to meet Rayell Wilhite. She made serious mistakes in her youth, like getting addicted to crack cocaine. She ended up with 2 felony convictions and 2 misdemeanors, all drug-related. More than 20 years later, though, her record still follows her everywhere.
It's difficult and it's really hard and it's stressful because that's not who I am anymore.
She says the toughest part is checking that box on a job application. It could cost her the job.
And I said, well, I checked the box, but he forgot to ask me about them. So I lost that job.
And joining me now is the author of the article, Lucy May. And this is really posing an economic challenge for the state, isn't it?
Yes. As the Ohio Justice and Policy Center points out, 1 in 6 Ohio residents has a criminal conviction. That amounts to 1.9 million people. And many of those, like the lady we interviewed for the story there, the criminal convictions are really old. The woman we talked to, her criminal conviction dated back more than 20 years and was still kind of following and haunting her.
Following and haunting because, as you wrote, there are about 900 legal barriers in place that prevent employers from hiring people with a record.
Exactly. They're called collateral sanctions, and they're things like if you're working as a janitor, but really it would be better job for you to get a job as a janitor in a hospital because you could get benefits and you could get a higher rate of pay and better hours. You can't work at a hospital with some of these criminal convictions. So these collateral sanctions stop people from getting the kinds of jobs they need to better support themselves and their families.
So somebody watching at home might be wondering, is there any recourse for somebody who's trying to do well after a conviction?
Yes, Ohio has something called a Certificate for Qualification for Employment, or a CQE. People with convictions can apply for those. It's a very lengthy process. It's complicated. The lady we talked to said it took her about a year, but that can give employers a little bit of comfort when they hire somebody if they have that certificate, and it can make things a little bit easier, but it's certainly no guarantee.
So what's it going to take moving forward in terms of tackling those 900 or so barriers?
What the people we talked to said, it's really going to take a conversation in state houses across the country, not just Ohio, but in other states too, to decide which of those collateral sanctions really makes sense and really hone in on, okay, there are some places where maybe you don't want certain people with certain convictions working, but are these nearly 900 barriers, is it really reasonable at this point?
Yeah. Lucy, thank you for the conversation. And if you would like to learn more about this issue, all you have to do is go to the WCPO.com. In the meantime, let's go to Steve with the weather.